everyone. I welcome you all to today's topic Decodified session. So today is 10th of August and it's World Biofuel Day, and hence I am going to talk to you about the same in this particular session. We shall be doing our coverage in this session in the following sequence. Why it is in news, about the day, what are biofuels, what is biodiesel, the initiatives by the Government of India to promote biofuel, followed by the prelims and mains based questions. So without further ado, let's get started with our topic. Why it is in news? The World Biofuel Day is observed every year on 10th of August. It is celebrated every year by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas since 2015. The theme for 2022 is Biofuels for a Better Environment. Let's know more about the day. The aim is to create awareness about the importance of non-fossil fuels as an alternative to conventional fossil fuels and to highlight the various efforts made by the government in biofuel sector. This day also honors the research experiments by Sir Rudolf Diesel, who ran an engine with peanut oil in the year 1893. Now, what are biofuels? Any hydrocarbon fuel that is derived and produced from an organic matter is called a biofuel. Biofuels can be solid, liquid, or gaseous. It can be used to replace or can be used in addition to diesel, petrol, or other fossil fuels for transport, stationary, portable, and other applications. So transportation, you understand. Stationary applications, as a biofuel can be used together with diesel. Some amount of biofuel can be mixed in a particular proportion and it can be used to generate electricity alongside diesel in the generator and so on. So crops used to make biofuels are generally either higher in sugar, such as sugarcane, sugar beet and sweet sorghum, starch such as maize and tapioca, or oils such as soybean, rapeseed, coconut and sunflower. So such crops are preferred to produce biofuels because it's economically viable that way. Now let's talk about the types of biofuels. They are broadly of two types, primary and secondary. So categories are not very complex to understand. It's just primary and secondary biofuels. First of all, primary biofuel, let's understand about that. The organic materials which are used in unprocessed form such as fuel wood, wood chips and pellets, primarily for heating, cooking, electricity production, etc. are primary biofuels. Then comes in the secondary one, the materials which result from the processing of biomass such as liquid fuels such as ethanol and biodiesel are secondary ones which can be used after certain amount of use has already been derived from the product it is made out of. So ethanol, let's say, is made out of molasses that are derived after the sugarcane has been juiced out for making sugar or jaggery. Now, generation of biofuels. Biofuels are generally classified into three categories. They are first generation biofuels. First generation biofuels are made from sugar, starch, vegetable oil or animal fat using conventional technology. Common first generation biofuels include bioalcohols, biodiesel, vegetable oil, bioethers, biogas. Second generation biofuels. These are produced from non-crops such as cellulosic biofuels and waste biomass, stalks of wheat and corn and wood. Examples include advanced biofuels like biohydrogen and bioethanol. Then comes in the third generation biofuels. These are produced from microorganisms like algae. So these are the three generations of biofuel. Now, what is biodiesel? It is an eco-friendly alternative diesel fuel prepared from domestic renewable resources like vegetable oil, edible or non-edible. If it's edible, as in it's fresh one, the one which has already been used for cooking food, so whose cooking oil can also be used to produce biodiesel, and animal fat. These natural oils and fats are primarily made up of triglycerides. These triglycerides, when reacted chemically with lower alcohols in the presence of a catalyst, result in a fatty acid esters. These esters show a striking similarity to petroleum-derived diesel and thus are called biodiesels. Now, what all initiatives have been taken by Government of India to promote the biofuel? Number 1 is National Biofuel Policy, which was introduced in 2018. It categorizes biofuels as basic biofuel wizard, first generation 1G, bioethanol and biodiesel, advanced biofuels, second generation ethanol, municipal solid waste, MSW, to drop-in fuels, third generation 3G biofuels, bio-CNG, etc. to enable the extension of appropriate financial and fiscal incentives under each category. It expands the scope of raw material for ethanol production by allowing the use of sugarcane juice, sugar-containing materials like sugar beet, sugar sweet sorghum, starch-containing materials like corn, cassava, damaged food grains like wheat, broken rice, rotten potatoes, unfit for human consumption for ethanol production. It allows the use of surplus food grains for production of ethanol for blending with petrol with the approval of the National Biofuel Coordination Committee. Then there is Ethanol Blended Petrol EPB program being run by Government of India. It aims at blending ethanol with petrol, thereby bringing it under the category of biofuels and saving millions of dollars by cutting fuel imports. Under this program, availability of ethanol will increase due to the higher price for C heavy molasses based ethanol and enabling procurement of ethanol from B heavy molasses and sugarcane juice for the first time. Now, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited is in the process of setting up ethanol plant in Odisha with an investment of rupees 1000 crore to produce 3 crore liters of fuel grade ethanol annually, that is per year. The ethanol produced from this plant will be blended with petrol thereafter and shall be provided throughout all the petrol pumps. It will be supplied as a common petrol, that like how common petrol is used in the vehicles. Similarly, it will be used. In order to achieve the target of E20, that is 20% blending by 2025, BPCL is expanding its ethanol storage facility in all its depots, terminals in a phased manner to cater to the additional requirement on account of 20% blending rollout by 2025. Then there is Pradhan Mantri G1 Yojana, which was rolled out in 2019. It aims to create an ecosystem for setting up commercial projects and to boost research and development in 2G ethanol sector. Now, I just described to you in the previous slide about 2G ethanol as per Government of India's categorization. So, I'm going to go further and look at the next initiative. So, GOBAR, that is Galvanizing Organic Bio Agro Resources Dhan Scheme. GOBAR Dhan Scheme, which rolled out in 2018, was launched under Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen and aims to manage and convert cattle dung and solid waste in the farms to useful compost biogas and bio-CNG, thus keeping villages clean and increasing the income of rural households as well. So, used cooking oil I was talking about. So, repurpose used cooking oil, this scheme got really popular. So, this RUCO scheme was launched by Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI. It aims for an ecosystem that will enable the collection and conversion of used cooking oil so that it can thereafter be converted into biodiesel. So from various restaurants, eateries, hotels, the used cooking oil shall be collected under this particular scheme. Now, let's look at the prelims based practice question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding National Policy on Biofuels 2018? See, we have just revised the policy for ourselves. So your statements for this particular question are: number 1, it envisages an indicative target of 5% blending of ethanol in petrol and 20% blending of biodiesel by 2030. Number 2, it allows use of damaged food grains like wheat, broken rice, rotten potatoes, unfit for human consumption for ethanol production. Now, look at the options. A, 1 only. B, 2 only. C, both 1 and 2. And D, neither 1 nor 2. Your answer here is B, that is 2 only. It is not envisaging any 5% blending of ethanol and 20% by 2030. In fact, 20% by 2025 is one such target that we are chasing right now. So it is allowing use of damaged food grains like wheat, broken rice, rotten potatoes, unfit for human consumption. This statement is absolutely true. Fine. Now let's look at the mains practice question. What are the different types of biofuels? Discuss the significance of national biofuel policy. You will answer this particular question in 250 words and send in your answers to us on WhatsApp to get it reviewed. This is it for today. I shall see you again tomorrow. Till then, take care. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining in.